I was born in poverty. My parents didn't have nothing, so I ain't gonna have nothing. That's a lie.
It is a lie.
That's a lie from the pit of hell. I
Right.
have more, exceeding
What
of
can I do? Not focusing on what I can't do, but taking those baby steps. What can I do to help improve mentally, physically, and even spiritually?
All right, so today we have my sister here, Tiffany, and we're going to be talking about day 7 in the book, Make Dollars and Cents. And day 7 is take responsibility for your actions. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Mhm.
Because I'm thinking, um, this even applies to adults. Like adults, we say it to kids a lot, don't
Right.
lie, don't do this, don't do that. But adults, we do some of the same stuff. We do some of the same stuff,
Exactly.
and probably
We
more of
do.
it,
Right.
more of it than kids do. Kids just don't know how to hide theirs. But then I think therein lies the problem for adults. We know how to hide it a little bit, but you
Hmm.
still not taking responsibility for your actions. And actions means not only the things that you're doing, but also the things that you're not doing.
Hmm.
So all of those are actions. Like they say, no decision is a decision. It's a decision. Let me see. I want to look in here at some things that I talk about. If you want to be celebrated for your achievements, understand that you must take responsibility for your failures.
Mm.
Wow. Wow. I mean, we all want that pat on the back when we do good, right? I
Right.
know I do. I want you sitting, I want everybody clap like go ahead and clap for me. But then, when we fail, we got to be willing to take that same responsibility. Don't
Absolutely.
only look at it as a failure, like, oh, I can't stop. Oh, I'm limited in this area. No, I just learned one way that didn't work for me.
Hmm.
One way
Hmm.
that didn't work for me because everything is not for me. Everything is not for you. Okay. So and it can only be just like a little tweak, a little tweak. Maybe go a little faster next time. Maybe go a little slower next time. Maybe go to a little bit to the left next time, to the right the next time. It's just the thing is keep going, don't stop.
Hmm.
That's the main thing. Is just persevere through whatever. And then in here too, um, when we refuse to do the necessary things, and I think this one too, I wanted to talk too about self-care.
Yes.
That's a part of your responsibility too, because ignoring what's going on with you is not helpful to you.
Hmm.
And in here too, I believe I talked about it, that when you don't take care of yourself, you impact other people around you, and you're
Absolutely.
actually continuing to do harm to yourself. Like the
Hmm.
book, like I said, it's talking about money, financial literacy, and all those kinds of things. But when you have bad habits, and some people, their thing is shopping. That's their
Hmm.
way of getting relief and comfort for themselves. Other people, it may be eating. All those things require money, right?
Hmm.
So and then, okay, I got $5 left. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. Then you get to the restaurant, even to McDonald's, whatever, you wind up spending $15, $20, right?
Right.
So that's one poor decision, and it's compounded by you going in there spending that money that you already didn't have. Because let's
Hmm.
say the first poor decision was eating that food,
Right.
right? And then getting more than what you initially set for yourself. And then spending that extra money. Tiffany, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Yeah, I wanted to actually read the, pretty much quote what you put pertaining to what you were just mentioning. So it says, your refusal to acknowledge and deal with what is ailing you mentally, physically, spiritually, and etc. does not stop the damaging residue from spilling into your life. And so I know we're talking about like investments, when it concerns like money, but like you said, investing in your mental well-being, if you need to see a counselor, if you need to take medication, because that can be a big thing for people that are different believers or whatever your faith can be. Sometimes that may be an issue, but if you're dealing with emotional trauma, stress, anxiety, depression, you investing in yourself in whatever aspect, that looks like. And then physically, I know sometimes people can't necessarily get out and go to the gym, but you can do some type of, you can walk, you can use your steps in your house. Like you said, whatever makes sense for your lifestyle that us taking responsibility. What can I do? Not focusing on what I can't do, but taking those baby steps. What can I do to help improve mentally, physically, and even spiritually? Again, some people may not have the time to, pray 6 or 7 times a day and read the Bible 6 or 7 times a day, but start somewhere, because it's just like food and it is a necessity. And then again, when it's lacking, it spills over into other areas of your life and you just reap the impact of that. So being balanced in all of that, our mental, physical, spiritual, financial, our relationships, and all of those things are important to have the wise investments in those areas.
And I love what you said. Absolutely love it. Because here, just to kind of, I don't know, touch on that point, it says your first and best investment will always be you. It's you. You gotta be healthy mentally, physically, spiritually, anything else, emotionally, psychologically, whatever, in every way possible. Am I saying that you're going to arrive there one day? No, we're all a work in progress.
Right.
Working out my soul salvation.
Absolutely.
So we're a work in progress. Every day that we're here, continue to live on this earth, we are a work in progress. But at least be aware of the need for that work. Right. So with that being said, we always have something to do. So if I'm just spending my time sleeping, laying in front of the TV, watching things that don't add to me, then I'm not doing the work. I'm actually regressing. I'm going backwards, actually, because now I'm like trauma bonding with someone else, right? I can identify with them. Yeah, okay, but now identify with something good. Identify with somebody that's healing, right? That's taking the necessary steps to heal. That's all a part. That's an investment in yourself. And I love that you use the word balance in here too, because that's our wealth building word is equilibrium. Right? So we're always trying to find that balance. Always trying to find that balance. Like just being out of balance is like it causes you to be too much one way. I need to know a variety of things. I'm a person. I'm body, soul, and spirit, right? So I need to be working on improving all of those things. Did you have something else you wanted to say?
One of the lines that she put in here, it says correction in this case means that the market turns from overextended in one direction and moves back in the opposite direction, bringing balance or equilibrium to itself. So I'm just piggybacking on when we were talking about day 6, but it's like let's say you had a poverty mindset and you just feel that, oh, my family didn't have anything, I'm not going to have anything. You don't have to stay there. So you get around different people that have a positive mindset, that want better, that are doing better. So expose yourself to something more, something better, something greater. That's bringing yourself into equilibrium. That's bringing yourself into balance. Because if you have a poverty mindset, maybe you call it way to the right. And if you're just all about money and you worship it, then you're way to the left. But we want to be like somewhere in the middle where there is no limits. It's whatever that I desire it to be, that I just want to be happy, healthy, and wealthy so that I can give and sow and do the things I want to do. But again, I don't know, just that equilibrium part stood out to me there as well, because I feel like we can be off again spiritually or in any of those areas. So if we're off, it's okay. But like, what things can we do to bring ourselves back into equilibrium, back into balance? I think that's something we need to think about.
That's the work. That's the work. Is always to me bringing that balance back. And I'm just looking at some of the notes I wrote down after I read this section. It said, accept what's imperfect about yourself, but don't stay there.
Absolutely.
Like you said, I was born in poverty. My parents didn't have nothing, so I ain't gonna have nothing. That's a lie.
It is a lie.
That's a lie from the pit of hell.
Right.
I have more, exceeding abundance.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. And then here I wrote down too that your rottenness spills out and overflows onto others.
Wow.
So that saying, hurt people hurt people.
And
then we want mercy from the people and grace from them. When we hurt them, but it's like, if they can't see your heart, like if there's nothing good coming from you, they're not gonna stick around, and they shouldn't, because that's an abusive situation. It's a toxic situation.
Yeah,
shouldn't. But do the work. Put the work in. Absolutely. You all put the work in together. If you're gonna be a unit, you got to do it. Refusing to make a decision or accept responsibility, that's a decision.
It is.
To stay that
Sure.
way.
Yep.
Right. Let me see. Others don't know the thoughts and intents of your heart. That is major.
Yeah.
You know what I meant? No, I know what you said. I know what you did. That's
Right.
what I know.
Right.
I cannot know your thoughts. I'm not God. God knows the thoughts and intents of your heart. I
Right.
don't. Other
So
people
that's that
don't.
relational piece where, like, communication,
Mhm.
having those conversations. So if there is something that we do to offend someone or hurt someone, and that was not our intent,
Mhm.
having that conversation and explaining what your intent was. Because yes, somebody's going to judge you based upon your behaviors, and you judge yourself based upon your intentions. So having that communication kind of breaks down that barrier.
And go back and apologize if you got to. I can
Absolutely.
get it right.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm in line like
Okay.
all the time. I gotta apologize. Go back and apologize, especially when somebody brings it to you. I mean, please.
That's exactly.
If they bring it to you,
Exactly.
even if it's
Yes.
not that person, if
Right.
the person tells you, go back and get it right.
Exactly.
Go back and get it right.
Yep.
Let me see here. Others don't know the thoughts and intents of your heart. They just know the actions that you display and how it impacts them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's really what I had to say about here. What is this chapter? This is day 7. Take responsibility for your actions. So
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot said in here. Once again, if you don't have the book, get the book. Okay, because I just feel like there was a wealth of things in this chapter that we're just not going to touch on. Like, get the book. But
Right.
so but take responsibility, accept that you are imperfect and work on it, that you are a work in progress. It's okay. It really is okay. Right.